everybody, how you guys doing? Welcome to our transmission today. I hope you all are doing well. Thank goodness it's Friday. That's what they always say. I'm so happy that you guys are here today. I promise you it's going to be a very interesting show today or tonight, depending on wherever you are. Okay? Make sure you invite everybody who should be here because you know who should be here. You know who is interested in what we're going to be talking about today. So you make sure you forward this video to them, and don't forget to subscribe. Click on the notification bell so you get a notification whenever we come live. Also, leave us a comment and give us a thumbs up. Okay? All right, let's begin. You see the topic. This is a kind of review of what we've been doing, in the week, because a lot of people talk, a lot of people give broadcasts, and this is a chance for us to kind of test if people are listening and what are they making of our broadcasts. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do. Today is an open mic. It's a day when we give you a chance to say your mind, say what you think. A lot of you come behind and you call me on the phone. You see, what you have to understand is this: I do a lot of other things too, and I devote this time to talk about issues that are going on in Nigeria, in Africa, and amongst Africans, okay, all over the world. And when I put in this time for this broadcast, after the broadcast, I want to get on and do other things. I run a full time business. I own a business that is very demanding. I'm into construction. By the way, we own Fixed Team Building Contractors Limited. I and my wife, as you know, we are architects by profession, and we own this construction company here. We're into home renovation. So if you're in Toronto, especially if you are in the Greater Toronto area, make sure you call us for all your home renovation needs. Okay, allow me to sell my market now. Tiling, flooring, new kitchen, new bathroom, your basement. If you want to extend your building, add another building on top, do your garage, do anything, roofing, anything you want to do about your house, even some hardscaping, we do that. So call us on this same number, +1 647 989 2837. So I know at least you heard about us from this show. All right, so let's go on and talk. Today is going to be a call-in program, so it's an opportunity for anybody to call us and let us know what you think about everything that is going on in Nigeria. Some people have their opinions highly misunderstood by other people. Go ahead and call. So the reason why I was talking about my time is a lot of you call me and you want us to continue the discussion after I finish my program, but then I really don't have time for that. You have to understand. I have to do other things. I have to look for Gary for my children to chop. So I know they get that kind of time. So this is the time for you to come with your attacks, come with your opinions, come with your disagreements. Let us debate. Let us find a solution. Okay, everybody seems to have a solution. Come, let us look at what we think is the solution. Let us learn from each other. Let us dialogue. Your view may be different from mine, but there could be something that I will learn from you. We have heard a lot. We have heard a lot from people who are activists, people who have been speaking up, and they've told us so many things. It is time now for us to review and see whether we understand what they are saying, whether we understand their ideology, whether we understand what they exactly mean when they are saying what they are saying. Because look, unless we all are united in purpose, in our thoughts, in our agendas, then we will never be able to dismantle the forces that are combined against us, because the people who are against us, they are united. Let me tell you the truth. The oppressors, they are united. They are united in purpose. You see them when they want to decamp. Once they decamp together with all their members. When they want to share the money, all the money that you people are sharing, all the money that you people are sharing, when they want to sharing that money, they're sharing the money collectively. They are united in sharing that money. But when it comes to us who are fighting them, we start antagonizing each other. We start fighting each other. Guess what they do? They just laugh at us, because they know that as long as far as we're disunited, there is absolutely nothing we can do. There can be no way forward for us. So that's why we allow this open mic for you to let us know what you think. Let us talk to each other. It's not good when it's a monologue. You're always hearing me talk. You're always hearing other people talk. It's not right. Sometimes we want to hear back from you. Whatever it is, trust me, it doesn't matter whatever you come on with. I am ready to listen to you, whatever you bring. And let me advise that it is the other phone. I was gonna try to set up WhatsApp on that phone. Let me advise that if you're gonna call, it is better you call through the main line. When you call through the main line, it helps us to be able to. When you call through the main line, it helps us to be able to take your call without your call being disrupted. You see, if you call through WhatsApp, we will take your call, but what you have to understand is that the WhatsApp call will be bumped off. It will be bumped off by the other calls coming on the main line. Now, for some of you, you got the notification. You got the notification as an Nnamdi Kanu's broadcast. It is something that our YouTube has been doing. We don't know how it is stuck on one particular program that we did about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So whenever we set up a new program, some of you will get that notification about the program that we did in August. We have to go and start changing it and start forwarding it. So if you're seeing that on your notification, just refresh it and it will edit to the current topic that we're talking about. So remember, we're just talking about the way forward. There's so much going on in Nigeria right now. There is so many opinions. Some people think that, hey, you know what, let us remain and fight for a good country where the constitution, where we change the constitution, where we have whatever, where we have a new strategy or whatever opinion they have. That's what some people think. Some people think, no, this Nigeria is no longer working. Let us split it. Let us divide it into Biafra, Oduduwa Republic, Arewa Republic, Middle Belt, and all of that. And some people come inside the agitation for Biafra. Some people are saying, no, we don't belong to Biafra. Some people say, oh yes, we should also be included in the Biafra. And there's all that debate going on. And then you come to the Oduduwa side. Some people say, no, they don't want to join in the Oduduwa agitation because they think that, if within the Oduduwa agitation are still people who are still bad people, criminals, and all those kind of people. So the debate keeps raging on and on. And when you call Arewa, some people are like, oh my goodness, We cannot be in the same Arewa with some other people because we are the indigenous people of the north. These people are not the indigenous people of the north. You come to the middle belt, some people think no, 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 no. We are middle belt. Some people are like no, no, no. You should extend the boundary of the middle belt. Some people think no, no, no. That place you're extending the boundary, that is Biafra land. That is not middle belt, and it keeps raging on and on and on. Now, the only unfortunate thing is that while you are still arguing, while we are still fighting and trying to understand who is what and what this person said and didn't say, the people who are perpetrating those acts of marginalization, the people who are perpetrating those acts of injustice, they are not relenting at all. Today I heard in the news that Governor el-Rufai was angry. He was kicking, he was fuming against the Nigerian Bar Association for cancelling his appearance at their meeting. He said, no, no, they are discriminating. I'm like, are you kidding me? So now that will let you guys know that sometimes when we pick on a subject in this our channel, we pick on that subject because of what we believe in. We came here and we told you people that it was disgusting for Nigerian Bar Association to include Malam Nasir el-Rufai as one of the speakers at its event. That was not right because his state is literally on fire. There is so much insecurity going on in his state, and he is busy looking for somewhere to go and speak. That didn't sound right, and I was part of the people that kept on indicting the NBA, and we were very pleased to see that NBA has removed the name of Governor Nasir el-Rufai from their list. You know, when I was in Abuja, I used to like el-Rufai when he came and he was sanitizing. It looked like, well, we were made to believe that he was sanitizing the place. You know, we liked what he did, only to come and realize that no, that thing he was doing. Some people now found out that no, he wasn't. It's not what he said he was doing that he was doing, and we saw all the things that el-Rufai got involved in a lot. He's come under heavy fire for his actions and his activities, political activities. And so when you have in his state killings going on, rape and all that happening, and he is busy trying to go and give a speech in an event, no, that wasn't the right thing to do. He should sit and solve his problem. And then when they kick him out of the thing, he's saying that he's being marginalized. No, no, no. If you want to see marginalization, it is out there in Kaduna State, in southern Kaduna. That is where marginalization is happening. I was actually very, very appalled. I was actually disgusted when I watched a video of el-Rufai being interviewed by Sheun on Channels TV, and Sheun asked him, have you been able to visit the areas when all this is happening? That was a question that really caught him pants down. el-Rufai said, well, I have not been able to visit that place. I was shocked. You are the governor of the state, the chief security officer, and you are not able to visit this area, and yet you're able to visit other places. When was it Kogi State, when they were going to do the election? It was so volatile. You went there and you knelt down in public, begging the people to vote for that governor, that useless governor. But when there's crisis in your area, within your area, you travel how many kilometers to Kogi State to go and kneel down and beg for election of the governor. But your own state, Kaduna State, within your own state, just a local government away from the state capital, you couldn't go there. He said he sends his aides, his commissioners, and whatever to go there. This is the kind of things that we're dealing with in Nigeria, and it is very, very, very appalling. It is very sad. And also, there are so many issues that we can talk about. Within this week, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came up with a flag. He made an addition to the Biafran flag. He put a star, you know the star, which is the Star of David, in the Biafran flag, and a lot of people just went haywire, just went ballistic, and said, why would he do that? He shouldn't have done that. Why should he do that? And all. And then he came and I think I should get a charger for this one. It's just the normal charger for ordinary, for iPad and all that. Anyway, he put up that flag and people just went ballistic, and they're like, no way, why should he do that? And Nnamdi Kanu came and he did a broadcast, and that broadcast was very, very, very enriching. I was shocked at the revelations that I got from that broadcast. You see why I opened my eyes and my ears to everybody to learn from them. I learned a lot. I never knew that Nigeria, I don't tell anybody, because they'll say, this man, so you are a doctor and you don't know. But it's true. I never knew that Nigeria had another flag. I never knew that Nigeria had a first flag that had that was like the flag of Britain. I never knew. Okay, that was what opened my eyes, and I saw that flag. And after Nnamdi Kanu explained his reason for putting that Star of David in that flag, I had I had more appreciation of my Biafra origin, from that from watching that video and his explanation. And a lot has happened too. Shore went with Deji Adeyanju to submit a protest letter. Shore continues to be very, very active, even though we all know that for you to be in Nigeria, it's like being in the lion's den. For you to be there and still engage the government there and confront them. You all saw what happened with the Revolution Now movement, and it's just amazing when you see people like that who are devoted to the cause that they believe in, and they are willing to risk everything. He has risked everything. He has thrown in everything behind chasing what he considers as his dream, and that's a dream to see a country where the citizens are living without fear of marginalization, victimization, where the citizens of any part of Nigeria have a right to decide what they want to do with their lives, where they have a right to decide, have a right to self-rule. Say, okay, you know what, we are no longer part of the big union, we want to be on our own. Yes, they have a right to say that. That's the kind of country he desires. And so all this happened within the week. In the north, we see a lot of things also happening. So my question is, what is the way forward? The lines are open now, so you may go ahead and call. And the number to call is +1 647 9892837. And when you call, please tell us your name, tell us where you're calling from, and go straight to your own contribution. And when you are making your contribution, please keep it short so that others can call. Okay, we have our first caller. Go ahead, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, Mr. Shidi. Is Mr. Christopher from Toronto.
Go ahead, Mr. Christopher.
Yes, I just want to talk about the way forward.
Okay.
I even want to put my knees on the floor here and say, Showore should channel his energy to the division of Nigeria, to the breakup of Nigeria, the way other people have been now the Kano is doing, like Mayego is doing. He's the one that is left. Once he just tell his people, now, you know what, I've been fighting for Nigeria to be together, but the way I'm looking at it, and the way every one of us are looking at it, it's not going to happen. So let's move away and let's start fighting for the division. If we start doing that now, everything's going to fall in place, and fear is going to grip every one of them, those criminals there. So if you stop all this, put your energy in division, because Nigeria will not work. Nigeria, they are suffering. They need him to stop. He's doing a great job. He's trying to help Nigeria unite, but it will not happen. We have to divide this country and go away and write our own constitution the way to suit us. Because it's not working. People are suffering. It's not working. It's not going to work. It will never work. It has never worked.
Okay.
That's my. I just hope if he's hearing, please, your energy, channel it somewhere else.
Okay, let me try to. Shore is not here, but at least I am together with him in an organization, so I can speak a little bit about his ideology. I think a lot of people seem to misunderstand Shore's approach to this whole thing. Shore has never asked that, let people not go their separate ways. He has his reservations about people going their separate ways. But let me ask you a question now. Before we go, you know very well that I believe in Biafra, okay? But the problem, and that's why we are having this discussion today, before we can get Biafra, what is preventing us from getting Biafra right now? What is preventing us from getting Oduduwa right now? Can you answer that? What do you think is preventing that?
Because what is preventing us from getting Oduduwa or Biafra right now is that because most of the people are not, they are not involved. A lot of people are not involved.
No. I don't think you understand my question. Let me ask the question again. Assuming all of us right now agree that, okay, let us divide Nigeria right now. How do we divide Nigeria right now? What is our first move? Who are we going to confront first?
We are confronting the establishment.
How? No, I want you to, let's get practical now. So now, you're Chooks, right? Charles, sorry.
No, I'm Christopher. Yeah.
Christopher, sorry, Chris. So, I represent a big number of people. You represent a big number of people. All of us have agreed right now.
Mm-hmm.
What is the first move we are going to make tomorrow?
The first move we are going to make is, okay, let's assume all the all the traders, everybody, the students,
yes.
everybody,
the
people in the Oduduwa, the elders and everything, the chiefs and the kings, everybody, come together. We agree. If everybody comes together and agree, it becomes simple.
What? You have not answered my question. So what's our next move tomorrow?
The next move should, is for us to tell the federal government that we don't want to be part of this nation anymore.
Good. So we just tell them, right? We just tell them. We just say it, right?
We say it, and if they don't agree, then then the protest will come.
Good. No. Wait, hold on, Christopher. Now we are talking. So we say it to them, and you know very well that their answer will be they will just ignore us. Abi?
Yes.
Now, who are these? Who are these people who are going to ignore you and me? Is it not the leadership?
Yes, the establishment.
Good. So now, that is what we are saying. And you already know, like I know that my name is Chidi, that these people, once you tell them this, they will say no. How do I know? Because they've done it before. When Nnamdi Kanu, listen, when Nnamdi Kanu said it, they went to Nnamdi Kanu to kill him. When Showore said, so this is the point where I want to show you that we are all in the same place, and we should just try to refine our ideologies and understand each other. Don't you see that you came to the point where you now say when they refuse, the protest will start? Now, let me ask you, this protest you're asking for, are you asking for protest from only one part of Nigeria or from all the...
If you look at it right now, the parts of Nigeria that really wants to go away, is the Oduduwa, the Biafra. I don't really know about the middle belt, maybe some of them, So
I don't want us to digress. So what I asked you is, so where will this protest start? Who
everywhere.
The whole of Nigeria?
But not the whole of. I don't know if the whole of Nigeria want to be part, but it must not be the whole of Nigeria before they succumb. Okay,
good. Okay, so let's take it piecemeal. So, because this is a free mic, so I really want to understand where you're coming from. So you're saying the protest should start not from all the parts of Nigeria.
It must not be all part of Nigeria. It must be all part of the south of Nigeria.
Okay, so let us say all the parts of the south of Nigeria starts the protest. Yes. Okay, so you're saying, like, for instance, the protest should start only from Biafra land and from Oduduwa. Biafra land and Oduduwa land. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, and it's going to start. What will happen from the federal government? They're going to roll out their armor tanks and everything.
It's okay.
No. I'm not afraid of that. I engage in protest. I'm not saying that people should be afraid.
One thing I want to add is that
you see, look before you.
Go ahead.
You see, because you know this. Why I started talking like this is you said Showore should stop. This is one Nigeria thing, and I'm trying to explain to you where he's coming from. He's coming from the fact that these people that we're up against, these guys, if you are able to start this protest from the east, from the west, from the north, from all, okay, for instance, when this protest starts, the people of the west who are in the north, should they not join?
Yeah, they can join. Why not? But
okay, no. Wait, now I'm trying to lay my argument. Then you when I land, you'll understand. So if they join, how about we call for something that makes everybody come out together, like they did in Lebanon, like they just did in Mali. That's what Showore is calling for. When you have that massive action, guess what will happen? You will disintegrate that government. Once that government is disintegrated, my brother, don't you see that whatever you are asking for, who will resist you? Tell me who will resist you? Who will resist you from having Biafra? Who will stop you from having Oduduwa Republic? Who will stop you from having Middle Belt? Nobody. So do you understand? You need to go back and watch Showore's videos and see where he stands. So this thing is not. Do you understand? It is not black and white. It's not like Showore is one Nigeria. It shouldn't be. No. What he is saying, What he's saying is that this thing that you are talking about, that you say it is the difficulty, that's the difficulty, that's the same difficulty that these people that are the Sheikh El Zazaki's people, that's their problem. Whenever they come out, these people bring out their armor tanks and they shoot them down, because it is only one people. So that Shore has never said that it is wrong to have Biafra agitation. He has reservation. He's still saying that when you're agitating for Biafra and Oduduwa, watch out for those people who are amongst you, who will still come back to want to play politics. But it doesn't mean that he's against it. His focus is on, you see these people at the top, I am after dismantling them. He doesn't believe in the constitution that is there right now. He doesn't believe in the state of Nigeria as it is. He believes in the ability of the people, who are everybody, people of the east, west, wherever, to come and sit and decide what they want to do. But as long as those people are up there, go ahead. Sorry.
To be honest with you, is going in the most difficult part to get his dream achieved. That's the most difficult part he's going to. This part that Kanu is on is the easiest part, but he needs more people. You understand? He needs more people. It's the easiest part to get these people, not what he's doing. That okay, I'm going to ask you a question. Is Shore contested again for presidency in 2023?
Shore is not even talking about 2023.
No, he said, no. He said, in his interview this guy that he asked him, "Are you contesting?" He told the guy that he's already contested. He's already started campaigning. You know.
Let me tell you one.
If they vote for him, is the vote going to count? That's what we are saying. Is that vote going to count? Why will he want to waste time?
Let me tell you my belief. Me, Dr. Chidi Wanyan, you can take it anywhere. Okay, I am not against whatever Omoyele Shore wants to do. Okay, but you see, me personally, I am not right now interested in 2023 election, because I know that the INEC that you have there right now, if you contest for an election right now, it is dead on arrival. So do you understand? This is where
the
I
INEC
stand.
Is on our neck, oh.
That INEC cannot conduct any credible election. But you see, these people, they don't want you. They want you to say you've thrown in the towel. You are no longer challenging them. They want you to dissolve the African Action Congress. But we are not dissolving the African Action Congress. But if you do not deal with the INEC that you have right now, and you're preparing for 2023 election, it's going to be a waste of time. This is what you can tell anybody that me, I said it.
Of course, I mean, involving in any election, apart from the criminal party like PDP and APC, you are just wasting your time.
Exactly, but you know what they want to hear? They want to hear that, oh, you're not going to participate, you have thrown in the towel. They will go and start clapping for them. You know what I mean? Like they will say, thank God we have reduced their power. So
but what I've just said, carry this message to him and see what he's going to say.
No, I appreciate you for airing your opinion. That's the reason why we have this open mic. Thank you so much for calling. Okay,
thank you, sir. Take care.
All right, take care. So there was a caller that was calling, and I couldn't pick his call. Please, you may go ahead and call right now. I entertain any calls. Go ahead and place your call, and let us have a good discussion. I appreciate the last caller and his views. These are his views, and he's entitled to them. We must all come to, listen to each other, hear each other's ideologies, see where we cross paths, and see where there's a disagreement. Those parts where we have a disagreement, that's where we need to blend, because at the end of the day, having a united front helps us more than not having a united front. Now, someone is calling on WhatsApp. I'm gonna pick the call, but if there's a main call, it already cuts. I don't know. Um, okay. Hello. Do we have anybody on the line? Okay, hold on. I think we lost this call. I think we lost the caller. Please go ahead and call again. We lost the last caller. Go ahead and call, and we'll be able to pick your call. Go ahead and call back. All those people that were calling while we were on air, you can go ahead and call back, and I'll be able to pick your call. Nduboa Kochioma. Okay, let me call you myself and see if I can connect with you. Let's see if we can connect back this person because they were calling before now. Um, we're calling you back, Ndubuako Chioma. The number that I was calling that ends with 8574. I'm just calling.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic.
Okay. So we tried to call you. You may call us back, and so that was the call that we lost. Let's see if we have another caller. 7474. All right. So please go ahead and call back if we missed your call. I know there's a delay between when I'm talking and when you get to hear the when you get to hear me talk about you calling. So you can go ahead and call. Okay, so I'm gonna call on WhatsApp. Oh, Michael Fabumi. Hello.
Yeah, this time
Who?
Taiwo calling from Ukraine.
Okay, from Ukraine. Go ahead, sir. I hope you'll be fast because they can cut you off.
Thank you for the program. I was waiting to hear from you about this topic long time ago because this is what we need right now because there is no any program, even infrastructure, we don't need it. We want Oduduwa and their Biafra. You understand? Because the program, these people, APC and PDP, they are all the same. We just want our people to come out on October 1st. We want to protest. We want the world to know that this is what we want. We don't want one Nigeria. One Nigeria is a joke, is a fraud. You know that because every day there is no good news in that country. Killing
That's true.
thousands of people.
That's
So
true.
we just want Biafra and we want Oduduwa. You understand? Because this thing is every time I'm very sad about Nigeria. I'm not happy at all. Even my white woman will always look at me like, what is the problem with you when you are looking to the news? Different kind of. I also listen to your news. I also watch Mr. Omoyele show yesterday because I was just confused. Even it always make me sad whenever I just listen to those fucking news. So what we need right now is Oduduwa and Biafra. We don't want Nigerian anymore. No, everything is a scam. Even
Alright.
from the high neck, the program, they already rigged the election. 2023. We don't want it. We just want everyone to go. That's
Yes.
what I just wanted to contribute.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Yes, he is straight, very sharp shooter. He doesn't want anything Nigeria. He wants Biafra and Oduduwa. That's what he wants. Please go ahead and call those ones that we missed your call. Please go ahead and call. Don't give up. You certainly get through. We will take. Okay, thank you. This person called last. I'm glad that we got you back. Go ahead, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, Chidi.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, how you doing? This is Michael Fabini. I'm calling from the UK.
Go ahead, Michael.
Yeah, I'm the one who normally sends this stuff about better challenge. But, this guy.
Oh, wow. I finally get you on the program. That is very, very interesting.
I normally keep a low profile, but something happened earlier today.
Okay.
So I'm an AAC guy,
Yeah.
and I'm also well into Kano
Yeah.
and Oduduwa.
Okay.
So I posted some stuff on an AAC group in the UK here.
Yeah.
I was shocked that one of the members just got flared up. I was complaining about why I should be posting stuff related to Oduduwa on the platform.
Mm.
I didn't even know that the platform existed for that particular group because I was in Nigeria during the elections and I've been involved with it for a while. I did fundraising and all that. So my question is this: is it the case that people who are Oduduwa, people who are Biafra, they are not meant to be comfortable when discussing such matters within AAC? Is there a party policy that says that?
No, no, no. You see, when we had, we just celebrated the second year anniversary of the formation of the African Action Congress. There was a Zoom meeting, and it's on our channel. And I like the fact that it was.
I was on the meeting.
Okay, so if you were on the meeting, you saw when I spoke, and after I spoke,
Absolutely.
yes, a lady in the UK came, Eunice. She came and she spoke, and she said, all these people that talk about Biafra and Oduduwa is a distraction. And that was before Shore came. When Shore came, Shore said, no. You can't say that everybody has a right to air their opinion. You see, you must understand the thing about leadership. People who are in leadership, what they say, you need to listen to them directly sometimes to understand what they are saying. Sometimes the people who are like following their ideology, they misinterpret what they are saying or they add their own. We must not turn one person's opinion or expression into what represents every the leader's opinion. Shore came back and he said, no, you cannot say that, because Shore has a lot of respect for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Biafra agitation. So when you come to when you see someone attacking you like that, that is just the person's own opinion. There is no policy. I'm a member of African Action Congress. I post about AAC. I post about Biafra and stuff like that. But what I advise people to do, because of whenever you are in a group, just for decency's sake, whenever you're in a group, just try to. There are places where I take my discussions to, and there are places where even posting it becomes like a waste of time, because what are you going to get by posting it there? So that's what you just use your own use your own intelligence to know where you will post some things. That's all I have to tell you. But there is no law that's established that says, oh, you cannot talk about what you feel in whatever platform, African Action Congress platform, as far as I know anyway. That's what I have to tell you. I see if we keep saying that people marginalize us, if we keep saying that people take away our right to free speech, then we cannot establish organizations, or that is very ironic. when you say, oh, people don't let you talk, people are victimizing, then when you open a platform like a WhatsApp group, you don't allow people to talk. When people talk, you attack them. Then you begin to wonder what is different from you and what you're fighting. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for you to convince me that your ideology, what you're putting forward, I can believe in it. I need to see the way you respond to people. People just come and they attack me, and they say things about me, and they even say, you shut up your mouth, you shouldn't even talk. And I look at this person and I say, you are the one trying to convince me that your ideology is the best, but you cannot even engage me in a very basic discussion. You need to go and get some training. But I seek to want to school people like that. So whenever you find yourself with in an environment where people are saying, no, you can't talk, you can't do this, I think it is our duty to engage them. Bring up your argument, okay? Just bring up your argument and say, this is where I'm coming from. And anybody, an intelligent mind, will always yield to superior argument. That's how it works, and that is my advice to you. Thank you so much. The number to call is still 647 989 2837, and let us discuss. Let me hear your view. What do you think about the whole argument out there? Do you think we should be preparing for 2023 election? Do you think we should just focus on disintegration of the status quo in Nigeria? How should we go about it? What should be the next line of action? Let us look at these things. Let us put these ideas forward. Okay, every idea is admissible here as long as you present it, with civility. A lot of people are waiting out there to listen to you call in. You never know. Your call might be the icebreaker. That might be the call that everybody's waiting for. That, and you'll be shocked who is listening to this broadcast, or who will come back and play this broadcast, because some people don't like to make comments. They don't want to be seen. They don't want anybody to know that they are watching. But it's okay. They still go back and watch this after the program, so people will get to see what you say. They will get to hear your contribution. All right, that's why we do this this program. And looking at what happened in Mali, a lot of people think, oh, that is what should happen in Nigeria. But in hindsight, I don't want those of us who think, oh, including me, I was jumping up. I was like, yeah, thank God, yeah, it's a good thing they did in Mali. But don't forget the fact that wherever the military takes over, they've never taken over and run the government well. The military, it is not the duty of the military the military helps the civilians to be able to take back power. It is not the military that establishes a government and begins to rule the people. That's not what they are trained to do. They don't have that skill. And so as we encourage what happened in Mali, we have to be careful. Go ahead, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, Dr. Chidi, Emmanuel from London.
Go ahead, Emmanuel from London.
Yeah, just want to thank you for what you're doing. Much appreciated, and just think it's the right way forward. What I want to contribute is this. I just think we should be looking at disintegrating that country. In fact, it's not a country, that contraction, I would say. Our principal, Mayorisho, is not in support of that for his reasons personal to him, because of the people he thinks they are still going to take over or still going to be in charge of power. But I just want you guys to know that it's not going to be the case. That once the country is disintegrated, before it's even disintegrated, people should start writing our new constitution now. We should start our new constitution that will ban all the old political officials, all the politicians that have been in power in the then Nigeria. That constitution, we should start writing the constitution now. The constitution that will put all of them in jail. That is what we should be doing now. People should know that. If, for instance, we have somebody like Omoyori Showore to spearhead the leadership of the Oduduwa region, last we have Nandi Kanu in the Biafra region. Then what I would expect them to do, like what Nandi is already doing. He's already saying this is what's going to happen. This is not what's going to happen. So all these things should be in the constitution. All these things should be in the new laws that will govern the people. I think this is where Omoyole is missing it. We should start talking about new constitution that will put all these old politicians in jail, that they will not participate in any politics in the new regions. We should begin to think about that. In fact, that is just what I want to contribute.
Thank you.
There should be a platform. That platform should not allow old, what I would say, the previous office holders will not participate. They will not be part of it. That new constitution, that new law will ban themselves and their children from participating. In fact, it will put all of them in jail. We want to see new leaders spring up from Oduduwa region, from Middle Belt region, from Arewa region, and let us disintegrate that country. That if eventually we want to come together as one, that will be agreed on. Then there should be a referendum to do that. We need each region to take care of their own resources, to take care of their people, to govern live as it's supposed to be through federalism. That is what we want. Resource control. Every region should control their resources. They should develop their own regions, because fighting for one Nigeria, the Fulanis will never give up their power, because they have been told that is their strength, and they will never give up. Anyone fighting for one Nigeria is wasting time. It's just wasting time.
All right.
Remember when after the 1960 independence, they were given the flag and they were told that the only thing they have is that power. And it's true, they've held on to that. They're never going to give it up until we disintegrate that country. Let them have their Fulani Republic. Let everybody have their own republic. And if we want to agree on confederalism, then we should come back together. That's just what I want to say. Thank you very much for what you're doing, and bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Remember, this is open mic. You just say your opinion. I'm also learning. I don't want to force my opinion on anybody. You are free to say it the way you feel. And I'd like to thank the last caller for presenting his own opinion. That is his own opinion. He has a right to his own opinion, and that's what we're trying to establish. Ajanle Koko Alabawon, he says, what Chidi, what are you talking? Nigeria need a bloody coup right now. What we are saying is that there was something Nnamdi Kanu said in his broadcast. He said, why should the army come in to start taking over the government for people? That's what he expects the army to do in Nigeria, is that whenever there's an uprising, the takeaway from Mali is that the military said, no, we are not going to shoot the civilians. So that's what we are expecting to happen in Nigeria, that whenever there's an uprising from Biafra land, from Oduduwa Republic, from the rest of Nigeria, from the Middle Belt, from the Arewa Republic, from wherever, or a massive revolution now protest, involving every part of Nigeria, whenever that happens, that the military will say no. Once the military says no, the people will be able to invade Asu Rock and take over. Hello, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hold on first.
Yeah, that's what we. Go ahead.
My name is Akumefune.
Okay, go ahead, Akumefune.
So I'm calling from Belgium.
Go ahead, sir.
You see, all these things that you people are talking. Momo Eleshore, he did his best, and all of you put on the canoe. But Nigeria has passed that stage. Nigeria protests cannot heal Nigeria no more. Nigeria needs a rebel now. Because if you say you are going to protest, they will not listen to you. They need somebody to lead a rebel so that they will finish all these bad eggs so that they can restore the real Nigeria. All these things that is going on, they say, Biafra are suffering, Oduduwa is suffering. Do you know the people that are really suffering is the Hausas. Not the Fulani, the Hausas, the main Hausas. If you go to, I think you travel with your more the shore, you will see how Hausas are suffering. They have press Hausas up to the extent that they can't even allow me to talk. They can't even wait, excuse me, let me go upstairs.
I know everybody's at home, so the kids are disturbing. I understand. Go ahead, no problem. Yeah.
So the people that are supposed to cry is the Hausas because their leader has already taken everything. And what Fulani is doing to them, there is no town Hausa man is ruling in Nigeria. So Hausa, all these people that are going to Lagos, going to everywhere, how can we bring Hausas, the real Hausas, our own brothers and sisters? Look at what is happening in Southern Kaduna. They are killing them one by one. When all these pastors, Christians are watching them killing their own, because that's Southern Kaduna, they are the people that really, they behave like us, they do everything like us. You understand? So Fulani people have already taken over. We cannot solve it if we didn't bring houses in, because they are the people really suffering it because they have taken their rights.
Thank you very much.
You understand?
Yes, I understand. Thank you very
much.
If
you people are planning all these things, let's reach the houses. All this Zazaki, right? That is his name, right?
Yes, El Zazaki, yeah.
They are the houses. Any house that bring up, that get up, that you want to be a man, these people will suppress the guy. They suppress everybody. You understand? So I lived in the north for many years, so that is why I'm speaking like this.
All right, thank you. Let me take the next caller, okay? Thank you very much. I appreciate your call. Yeah. Hello. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I see this new software. I'm calling from Denmark.
Oh, go ahead, sir.
I've been listening to many of them what they are saying about separation of Nigerians. I think that is not the issue now. The issue is that we need unity to fight these people on top of Nigeria. But if you look at the issue state now, when you go to Edo State where I came from, it's that Ijeyamu and Obaseki, and both of them are the same party. If you separate, these people are still there. Who's going to be in control? It's still there. I believe that all the whole Nigeria, we have to come together to support the show so that we can fight these people. By separating, fighting, say this one will go, this one will go, this one. They are still there. Obasanjo is from Oduduwa. Tinubu is from Oduduwa. If you go to Biafra, the same people are still there. You can't just separate like that. Don't come together, then we can fight these people and stay there in the from that position. That is my belief. I believe that all of us should come together so that we can fight them.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. You see, I don't want to keep overflogging this thing, but I just decided let me allow people talk, and then one day we will all get there, because it will be like you're sounding like a broken record. We are all saying the same thing, but we want to hear it said a particular way. You know, when I keep hearing people say, before we can achieve our aim, we all need to come together. Now, guess what? If the Biafra man comes together with the Oduduwa man, and comes the guy in Southern Kaduna says they are killing us here, and he comes together with you, and the indigenous people, the Hausa people, the indigenous, not the Hausa Fulani, the indigenous Hausa people who are marginalized, who are suffering, comes together with you. Isn't that now everybody coming together to now dismantle the powers that be? Isn't that the same thing? Disintegrate. How can you so what? We want to disintegrate the center, but if you don't come together and disintegrate it, is it really going to work? It is. I think it is important that we all support our different ideologies, so that when we pull this power down, we can have what we want. This is my own personal opinion. Go ahead, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, Chidi. It's Michael Fabumi again.
Okay.
Sorry, I got caught up earlier.
It's okay.
So I'm quite interested in this topic of constitution.
Okay.
I don't know if you're aware that Dele Rotimi has come up with some kind of constitution. Are you aware of that?
No. Well, I see any constitution that one person is coming up with, right? That you know it will not work. See, Nigeria just likes to deceive itself. Nigeria spent a whole lot of money having a constitutional conference. Remember, and the people that came there are well respected people. And after they came there, this is not the first time, and they said, look, this one is not good, this one is not good, put this one. All of them came together and said, this is what is good, that will work for everybody. What did they do? They just threw it away. So if they are serious, all they need to do is just go and see, if you bring that the reviewed constitution, if you bring the recommendations of the constitutional conference, honestly speaking, nobody will be agitating for anything. If you do what is in that recommendation, but they don't want to do it. And who do you think doesn't want to do this thing? Your guess is as good as mine.
Yes, you see, I agree with you. What I would like to suggest, though, is that you and perhaps your viewers, if you go to dailyfarotimi.com, he has a copy there. And he hasn't done it on his own. He's involved quite a few people. The reason why I'm calling is I actually was in Eastern Europe when perestroika happened and all the countries went their way.
Yeah.
Some of those countries that went their way, for example, Bulgaria, they are now in the EU. If the dissolution didn't happen, they wouldn't be in the EU. And I'm sure there's nothing in this world that pleases them, the Bulgarians, more than the fact that they're in the EU right now. So people who are complaining about dissolution being a problem, the fact of the matter is, by giving that example, I'm saying that in some cases, nation states that were grouped together by the USSR, it was only when they dissolved that they all had peace and they were able to progress and go their own way. And if you look at the Russia itself, the main motherland, they have also been able to make progress and they've gone their own way. So sometimes those who are saying, "Oh, is either..."
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. How were they able to come to that dissolution? How did they do it?
Okay, so the key thing that happened was the system totally broke down. it broke down as in inflation went to maybe 10,000%.
Okay.
It broke down in like the banks were shut, you couldn't get paid. It broke down in like the people who are the financial managers, they couldn't, when they went to the shop, there was nothing on the shelves. So everybody had to go back to their villages to try and find out how they would survive, to get chicken or whatever to survive. And then they had to reboot from there. The whole system totally crashed. And it seems that's the way Nigeria is going if we're not careful. My key position, for those who are uncomfortable with AAC members who say the solution is not at the end of the world, is to look at the Eastern European countries and how they progressed and blossomed. Even though when they were under USSR, people were complaining and thinking, God was going to come through the USSR. Now, on the subject of the Constitution, I would say people like Kanu, who has a lot of people that do research, they should do their own research on what Constitution Biafra would have, and then go and sit down and talk with these guys who have a constitution for the whole of Nigeria, and then get to the point whereby the system or somebody has to make a choice. Is either you let us all go our own way, or you implement exactly what was agreed based on what these two constitutions are being reconciled, or the other third option, which everybody is afraid to talk about, is that it's all going to blow up. Something has to happen. There's no way and no reason why our generation should go through our lifetime and give up, and hand over a dilapidated environment to the next generation. I studied water supply, sewage, and water treatment plant. We're zero in Nigeria in that area. It's only Kanu who talks about development, complains about people drinking water from where they are defecating. Nobody really talks about that. People talk too much about legalese, about constitutions and all that. When it comes to core development, it goes beyond just a fancy constitution, people being able to make money or do things exactly the way they want. It should go back to development and go back to how people were in peace and were able to make progress. If we have to go back to where Awolowo was and Azikiwe, yes. If we have to go back to where we were 200 years ago, and before the British man came, let us go. But what we shouldn't be willing to put up with is to continue with Nigeria we've had from 1980 up till now. I mean, if you project as an engineer, the system is going to crash if you don't do something about it. And
okay.
That's my input.
All right, my brother. You see, one thing that keeps standing out glaringly, something that stares us right in the face, and that is one thing I don't see anybody arguing with. I see a total rejection of the system that is in Nigeria. Everybody has totally rejected it, and everybody is in support of people being in charge of their destiny, being in charge of their own resources. The problem is how to bring this to come to pass. How to, the big guy who has the gun, how to get him out of the way so that we can go and possess our possessions. And when I asked you, how did it happen in the old Soviet Union, and I wanted to hear from you. That happened when the system totally collapsed. Okay, now that is what happened. That is what worked for them. In the case of Nigeria, the trajectory, like you have confirmed, doesn't look good. It has shown us that if things continue the way it is going, we will come to a point where the system will crash. But we just can't fold our arms and be waiting for that system to crash. We have to keep on doing whatever we can. We have to keep on hitting that system to let them crash as quickly as possible, so that we can have the opportunity to take charge of our lives. That's exactly what we are all saying. I'm telling you the truth. But thank you for your
See, I have one last point to make.
You know, there are some other people on the line, so please make it very quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no problem. Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. Sorry, there are a lot of people that are calling, and I wanted to give them an opportunity. Somebody said it is impossible to come together in that country. We are not the same people. Well, yeah, somehow coming together to enforce an action is very difficult, but you must do that. Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter the ideology that you come up with. There are going to be people who don't agree with you. There's going to be people who oppose you. Your duty is to keep on appealing to these people. You have to keep on preaching to them. You have to keep on explaining to them. You want to win them over, because the more you have people understand your ideology, the more you have people understand where you're going to, the easier it makes for us to achieve whatever we set out to achieve. Go ahead, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Thank you very much, Dr. Chidi. My name is Israel. I'm calling from Germany. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Everybody can hear you now.
Okay, thank you very much. Dr. Chidi, I am very grateful, and I thank you for your program. The programs are always very insightful.
Thank you.
And this very one, we are talking about airing our views on how to make things work for us, those of us, the ordinary people. Now, you know my worry. Like you just said, everybody knows that there is a problem in Nigeria. The government is not working. People are not enjoying the government. And things are not just working. That is a glaring truth. And the problem now staring at us in the face is, how do we get this big man who is on the way out of the way, so that we get our destiny? So you rightly put it. And that is where the problem lies. Some people say they want to use to bring down the constitution. And I ask, if you want to bring down the constitution, are you not going to Nigerian National Assembly to do that? And these people are obviously not willing to do that. Some people say they want to go through the court, and you are going to sue Nigerian government in their own court. They have bought the judiciary over as well.
So
now, I'm thinking another approach is like devolution of power, that is aka restructuring. And who is going to restructure? Is it not the same National Assembly? And the greater population of those in the National Assembly are the northerners who don't want to hear anything restructuring. So this other option of protest from our brother Shuri, please permit me to still talk about it. I don't think there is any amount of time we talk about it and it will be too much, because we are analyzing the two, because it looks like the two options, that is the issue of disintegration, outright disintegration of the country, and the approach of process before disintegration. They are the two parallel options now that seem to be viable. So, and personally, I am looking at it this way. Nigeria, there are certain endemic problems we have in Nigeria that will work seriously against protest. Number one, there is extreme hunger. And if you are telling a hungry person, come, let us go and protest, he will tell you, my dear, I have not eaten since morning in the first place. Number two, there is fear. The political class has shown the ordinary people that their lives don't matter. That if you come out to the street to protest, we can shoot aside.
Yes, sir.
And obviously nobody wants to lose his life. Okay? And again, there is corruption. Terrible level of corruption, such that every average Nigerian looks at the country as a cake to share. And so you hear things like and I beg, if you give me my own share, I go just follow you. So the politician can easily come and bribe people, and they will refuse to go to the street. And these three factors have been playing out very successfully for the political class. So my question is, what amount of work can somebody do to garner such a support that our brother Shore is trying to do? You see that it is practically very, very difficult, if not impossible, for you to get to that extent of getting such a massive support. My brother, number one, you must have done a very high level and expensive media campaign for years, hitting on the same topic, and you have to cover the entire country, and you have to continue doing it consistently for years before it will bath people, it will wash people, bath people from head to toes, so that when you call for such a massive support, they will come out. Otherwise, it is practically impossible in Nigeria for now, because once you step out, nobody will follow you. Or if at all people will follow you with a little threat from the law enforcement agents, they will all run back. That is the problem we have. And that is why somebody like me, I am looking at it that path is a very rigorous and long one. There is only one thing Nigerian government is afraid of. That is the voice of international community. And that is where I think that the approach of going through the international community to force Nigeria to disintegrate that country is a better approach. So because for how long is Sowore going to preach to people to come out of the streets? For how long is he going to do this work until he gets the massive support? And now, if he goes out there, in fact, I don't see the possibility. We are not like the Arabs, who once you tell them come out, everybody will troop out to the street. And Nigeria is not civilized. They can shoot aside, and it doesn't mean anything to them. So I am not discouraging him, but I'm just trying to show him the work he needs to do before he succeeds in getting the massive support he wants from the people. You get my point?
Yeah, I get your point.
We are open mind.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Let me just let you understand that, and I say this for all the activists that I know that are very serious. Starting with Omoyele Sowore, you only need to know the amount of. You see, these people don't just wake up and begin to talk. I don't know if you remember that when Omoyele Sowore was in detention with DSS, they had over 18 United States senators speak to the Nigerian government. In fact, they were the ones that forced Nigerian government to effect his release just before Christmas. So there is a lot of lobbying. There's a lot of petition that is being sent. I went to the United Nations when he was there. I don't know if you remember that period. I flew from Canada to New York there and went to United Nations to submit a petition. So the same thing I know that IPOB is doing. Just to let you understand that this fight is being fought from all sides. Sowore also has Sahara Reporters, and you see what they keep. He has maintained a very high profile for that organization, and it's a credible newspaper that people turn to from all sides of the world. World governments read it, intelligence apparatus worldwide, they read this newspaper. They want to see what is going on there. So that is the way that these activists that I just mentioned now, and that's why I always talk about them, they know how to go about these things. They have a local content of what they're doing, but they also have international content of what they're doing. You know how much, and you see, if you are close to these organizations and you understand how these things work, honestly, you will really, really appreciate these people that are doing this thing. It costs a lot of money. It costs a lot of money to get the attention of the international community. It's not we're not talking my money here. I hope
I know.
you saw when the federal government itself accepted that IPOB spends a certain amount of money to lobby the government. So let's not begin to go into that detail, but just to reassure you that it is, I think people actually don't, people should appreciate these people more than all the castigation and all the talking back and all the blame, because people just sit down in their room and they just blame these people. You just blame this person, say this person should have done this, they shouldn't do this, why did he do, when he was working he didn't work well. You don't know what they put into this thing. I think people should appreciate them more and focus on what the people that are criticizing and blaming these people. Ask yourself, what have you done, you yourself? Because these people, they are doing a lot. So I think it's time we ask ourselves, what are we doing individually? Is it money? Have we put in our money? Or are we the people that when we see any contribution that we just flip our phone and pretend we didn't see it? Monies are being contributed, monies are being raised. This thing costs money. The people don't do anything and they just blame. But thank you for your contribution. That's why it's an open mind.
I will soon drop, but just to let you know that I am not overly discrediting them or saying they are not doing anything. What I'm just saying is to avoid dissipation of energy and waste of resources. It is better you know exactly where to hit the nail so that it gets the target. You understand?
You see, that's what I'm telling you. There is no one a magic wand that will make this thing work. Let me tell you an example. You saw the George Floyd protest. You saw the George Floyd. See, was it planned?
It wasn't planned, but it was possible because America is civilized.
No, I'm not trying to say that it must be like that. What I'm trying to say is that a lot of people, a lot of organizations, they have been agitating, they've been protesting, they've been mobilizing, they've been speaking up. But immediately there was that phenomenon, immediately there was that single thing that happened, everybody now harnessed all their resources together and focused it on that protest, and they achieved so many things. You heard the last caller when I asked him how did it happen in Europe, and he said the economy collapsed. So you see, everybody, those different tribal government, not tribal governments, those different regional governments in the former Soviet Union, they were already agitating. They were already saying we don't want to do. When the economy finally collapsed, they all shouted with one voice that we don't want, and then everybody agreed to break away. So whatever these people are doing, whatever everybody is doing in their own small corner, we must just appreciate them. It is making very great impact. That's why I told you a little bit about what everybody's making their impact. If only one person was talking, you will not have the kind of impact that we have right now. But you see, when you see people, when a government is analyzed, do you know why they tell you to sign petitions? Because if only you write a petition and you send it out, the government cannot do anything. They say it's one man show. But they need to see about a certain number. Exactly. When you have like 20,000, 1 million, if you write a petition, 1 million, whether you're right or wrong, they must be bound to react to that, your petition. So that is why it is very, very important. talking about dissipation of energy. We should not dissipate our energy criticizing the people who are already doing something, or trying to analyze what they are doing, trying to advise them. We should direct that energy at the one. We know who we are fighting. No, we know the people who are holding us down. If all of us direct, just, it's like drawing a picture and you see the big man there and we are all carrying arrows. Instead of directing it at the big man, you look in the crowd and you see us directing the arrow at each other. How are we going to? We're not going to destroy the target. But if with one,
mine is not an attack.
No, I know, I understand. I'm just using it's just a manner of speech. But anyway, thank you so much for your contribution. Let's take a few more people and we'll close. Thank you very much. Yeah. So I really like the contributions that people are making, and we are also there to try to correct their thoughts, because sometimes when people are making a contribution and they're making it out of being ignorant of certain things happening, it is important that we let them understand that those things are happening. Hello, sir. I know you're Timothy Daniels calling from UK, so go ahead and make your contribution, sir.
My sincere contribution in this way that I will encourage some of us who are on the platform to stop talking about it is impossible to come together, it is impossible to do this. Many a times when people enter bus or Sunday bus from Lagos, it's not everybody that enter the bus is going to get to Onitsha. Everybody have their own bus stop, but they all agreed and enter the same bus because the bus is going towards the same direction. So when they get to their place, they will come down. So Biafra may have their own agitation, Oduduwa may have their own agitation, but there is need for us to come together in one same bus. Whether it's Shurel or this, everybody come together in the same bus, and after you have gotten to where you're going, then you come down. But first of all, there is need to come together. If I enter CMS, if I enter bus CMS from Ajegule, where I came from, and I'm going to CMS, and some of us will come down at Ijora, some will come down at Akpogbo, some will come down at CMS. So it's not, so there is serious need to come together. These people know that there is division. That is why they are doing what they are doing confidently, because they know that these people are fighting differently. The moment these things come together, we all know what we need, and now go for revolution. And when the revolution is done, then everybody do whatever you want to do. Go to your bus stop where you initially plan to go. That's my own contribution.
Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. Guys, you don't need to be told when you hear a wise man talking. You see, his analogy just hit me, that honestly, it's just a very powerful analogy that he gave now. That if everybody agrees, first of all, to get into that bus, then that bus will begin to move, and when everybody gets to their bus stop, they will stop. That's a very, very, very strong analogy that he gave there, and I like when people just call and they talk like this. You see, when you are somebody who thinks, if you're somebody who doesn't just make contributions because people need to hear your voice, if you learn to actually think, by the time you open your mouth and talk, you will teach other people. That's the essence of this whole thing. Don't be somebody that just comes and you attack people. Some people, when they see the topic of my video, they just go and start typing and attacking. Maybe sometimes the video is actually talking in their favor, but because they didn't listen, they just attack. And that's not right. Go ahead, please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chidi.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, I enjoy your program so much.
Thank you.
In fact, God has really sent many armies to really do this work to liberate Biafra. I thank God for you being in the forefront as well. Hello, are you hearing me?
Everybody's hearing you.
Yeah. There's something I really want to say and digress a little bit, because you see, we in Europe, we understand the mentality of the average European.
Okay.
You see, for this freedom to really gather another level of momentum, we need to continue to the IPOB. We the IPOB need to continue to do this mass civil protest, on the streets of Europe, because I understand one thing: the average European does not understand the level of backwardness, the level of impunity, the level of suffering we Biafrans are having in that contraction called Nigeria. It is just the minority bourgeois in these foreign nations like Britain, other nations that have these oil companies in our land. Just few minority that is also trying to make their people not understand what is happening in Biafra land. Because I come in contact with average Europe, especially in Italy. When you talk to them about the suffering of Biafra, some of them don't seem to understand. They just generalize it that it's normal in Africa. We know they are poor, they are this, they are that, but they don't understand the politics in Biafra land. So I want to use this opportunity to send this message across to maybe the leadership of Biafra restoration by I call him Lordship Mazin Nandekano, that it is imperative now to also ignite. We are doing it before, but now it's like we're rescinded because of this global pandemic. But we need to start it again so that we preach this gospel on the streets of Europe. It will help a lot, because when we preach the gospel on the streets of Europe, most of these ordinary Europeans, when they see their parliamentarians, they will be able to also speak to them. We are here because you need to bring your argument, your spiritual argument to the streets, so that people will buy into it and they know really how to help in the restoration of Biafra through maybe their government understanding the arithmetic and the mathematics, and talking to their government to support these people to have their freedom, since they have all it takes to govern themselves. And by this I mean a lot of people from Biafra land wouldn't be just leaving the land to come to Europe or to go to the Western world for greener pasture, which is no more there.
Thank you
so much. Because
these
people, anything you will tell them that will make him understand that we Biafrans are ready to leave their space and go back to our land and develop the land, they will support it. They will support it, because I don't want to come to the statement made by I listened to your program, to the statement made by this man, what's it called, that said that it's Royal Niger Delta or Lower Niger Delta. Because he made one statement, if you will recall, he said that, is it by making noise? Is it by making noise, IPOB making noise on the streets of Europe or something like that? But he does not understand. He does not understand the mathematics. In fact, the man, I don't want to say, use some harsh words, but he's not understanding the arithmetic in this Europe. Because we are on ground in Europe. We understand the mentality of the Europeans.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for your contribution. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Chid. I'm so thankful. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So that is why we have this open mic. He is speaking his mind concerning the agitation for the independent state of Biafra. He is talking specifically on that, and just like so many other people have their areas of focus and concentration, it is important that we allow people express themselves. For him, that is what he cares about. He is focused on his people, he's focused on his Biafran nation, he's focused on how he can become an independent nation out of the failed Nigerian state. That is what he believes, that is what he wants to go after, and you don't have to like it, but you must respect his wishes and his desires. We are going to be rounding up this program, and if there's no caller on the line right now, I'm going to read the last thing that I see here in the chat room. He said, can we all remember how MTM staff went to work when we all were supposed to boycott and stay home? The targets will be random in all states and simultaneously carried out. No time to waste anymore. Anyways, that is another opinion. Remember, today is a day that we allow people to share. Actually, not only today, that's been our policy. Come, bring your opinion, share it, and let us have a civil argument. That is what will get us to where we are all going. You present your own argument, you present your opinion, you present your ideology. Your brother or your sister presents his own, and you are only a wise man when you see the superior argument and you yield to it. If you see the superior argument and you still refuse, well, that's your own cup of tea. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. It's been an interesting time. It's been a very, very educative session. I learned so much, and that is what makes us grow, when we listen and we learn from each other, from all of us. And oh my goodness, this person, I'm going to sneak in your call, and immediately after your call, we're going to end the program. Tell us where you're calling from, your name, and make it very, very sharp, because we're just rounding up. You're the last caller on the show. Uh-oh.
Maybe I should call back some other time.
Okay, because we're on a show. Okay, did you want to contribute on the show?
Yes, I did, but I have quite a bit to say.
Okay, go ahead. You can summarize it. Just summarize it, okay, since you're already here.
Okay, I'll try and make it short.
Tell us your name, though, and where you're calling from.
My name is KG from London.
Oh yes, I know you.
Okay. Oh gosh, something is echoing right here. Hold on a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, basically there was I listened to a few interviews by Professor Banji.
Okay.
And the question about how I think I need to the question about how to proceed from Nigeria without going into war kept coming up several times.
Mm-hmm.
And each time he answered that question, he kept saying that it's not, he will give the proverb saying that it's not every cloth that you spread in the sun, meaning that there are some things that you say in private. So,
yeah.
So, ever since I heard him say that, and he's repeated that severally. So I just keep thinking that is there something he knows that like the majority of us do not know? And if that's the case, could our leaders, some of our leaders, such as yourself, Shore, and the other prominent people, could you not all liaise with him to see what his ideas are? Because he seems to sound confident that there's a way we can succeed without it being a matter of war and without it being a matter of hardship. That's the first point I want to make. And then secondly, I just feel like whatever strategy we eventually use, if it's what Shore is suggesting, or if it's us succeeding, I just want to sort of appeal to Nigerians to please not forget our northern Christian brothers and sisters. If they're too small in terms of the population to make up their own nation, could we please just remember them? If it means us coming together as such, in terms of themselves, us, the Oduduwas, the Biafrans, anybody basically who wants to succeed, could we not just come together and fight as one? And then maybe afterwards we can then go into our own little nations after we've, succeeded from Nigeria as one. But I just feel like if we came together that we could be strengthened to do whatever it is we want to do. And then also, I'm aware that the Oduduwa people have a petition going on. The last I listened to them, they were struggling to make up the numbers. And this is one advantage of us coming together. If we came together, Igbo, Yoruba, whoever, the northern Christians, if we all came together, we could make up this number easily, the petition number easily. And then, I guess when we look up the number, the EU, like you said, the United Nations, like you said, will then take more of an interest in what we are saying if they're able to make up our numbers. So that's basically what I have to.
Awesome. You see how you just summarize it so quickly and neatly. And let me assure you that yes, you're right. It is not everything that you possibly say online. There are things that of course, this is a warfare, and in warfare there are strategies that you don't reveal so that your enemy would know. So just be assured that people are relating with each other at several levels that are beyond what you see online. Okay. Even the Nigerian government knows this. Okay, that's number one assurance I want to give you. Then number two is your ideology just sounds like the gentleman who spoke about being in a bus, where you said, why don't we come together, achieve our aim, and then go and sort out our differences regionally. So it just rhymes with the gentleman who says, look, we all agree to enter the bus, and when we get to every bus stop, wherever anybody is going, they'll come down and go their way. So you are really on point. When Nnamdi Kanu was talking, I listened to all his broadcasts. We monitor it and we broadcast it on our channel. He always keeps saying, and you heard me on our station here. There's a video where we interviewed the leader of the Southern Kaduna Union, and I asked him, have you tried to reach out to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? And he said yes, he would. He said yes, he was going to do that, and I think right now they are talking with each other. And I also interviewed someone from the Middle Belt who is also a leader of a Middle Belt movement, and everybody is saying the same thing. So we know, even when Nnamdi Kanu talks about Biafra, he's using it. That is my own understanding. I could be wrong, but he's using it as a point of reference to show that this is what needs to be happening. It is important that each person begins to to safeguard their own territory. That's what he's trying to say. And he says it times without number that they are reaching out, they are talking with other minorities. So he is not just thinking or talking for the Biafran people. He is also talking for, what he's doing is he's inspiring other people to stand up and defend their region, and whatever kind of help that they need, they will get from him. And that is what is happening. That's what is happening on the ground. We are all converging. We are gradually converging to the same point. Okay, and I thank you for your contribution. Thank you very, very much.
Please, Dr. Chidi, beg just one more last point, really quickly. Quickly. I just wanted to say, anytime you have a protest, whether especially here in the Western world, Canada, US, and all, could you please print pictures of the killings? I know they look barbaric and all, but I just feel like it will send more of a message to people to see what's actually happening in our country. If you print these pictures and put them on banners to see all the killings that are going on, you understand? That's just what I wanted to ask.
Thank you so much. We'll take that advice and try to implement it when we're doing the protest. The only thing I want to also plead for people is, people do a lot of talking, and when we call for this protest, they don't come out. It's shocking to me. People talk. When we call for the last protest, my children will come out on the street. I used to tell people, say, shame. You see little children, my 10-year-old, my 7-year-old, my friends' children, 6 years, 8 years, they are there protesting for your safety, protesting for your future, and you'll be sitting down in your house and not even doing anything. Those are the people that we should actually be talking more to. But thank you once again for your contribution. Okay, all right, thank you very much. Yeah, bye. All right, we're going to end on that note because we have other things to do. I already overshot. So thank you so much for calling, everybody. Please, we can take your contribution in the comment box. And from all of us here, Dr. Erica, and every member of our crew all over the world, my name is Dr. Chidi. I love you from the bottom of my heart. And please stay safe and take care of yourself. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.